this is Linda from Happy Place Homestead. It's spring out, the weather's kind of warm, so I have a whole bunch of projects to accomplish. But first of which is a welcome sign inviting all of the people who want to come to the Happy Place Homestead. In a previous video, I showed how I went ahead and made this welcome sign. Now the project I want to do is make the actual frame that the sign will be mounted to. Now I came up with this idea because a couple years ago we bought this really cool cast iron cauldron at a flea market, and it really just sat in our yard for a couple years. We didn't have a use for it, and then I saw somewhere that somebody had used this cauldron as a planter and they hung it in their front yard from some posts, and I just thought, what a great idea. So I will be doing that today. I have some 4x4 posts that I'm going to assemble, and we're going to hang the cauldron from it, hang up my welcome sign, and we're going to secure it in the yard right near the driveway, so that will be something at least beautiful that people can see as they drive into the homestead. So it shouldn't be a difficult project, but it's going to be heavy, so let's see if I can do this. Okay, so here I am with a few of my supplies. I have my cauldron behind me here. Now when we got this at the flea market, it was pretty rusty, so I just bought some oil-based paint, I think through Rust-Oleum brand, and I just painted it on. My hands were covered in black paint for a few days because it just never comes off very easily. But it was a super, super easy fix. So just some black paint on this pretty little piece of cast iron. Now I also have here some basic tools. I have my measuring tape, my square pencil, okay? Because the first thing I'm gonna do is on 2 of the 8-foot 4x4s, I'm gonna measure 2 feet up and just mark it really good with a pencil so that I know that's where I want my, that's where I want the ground level to be. So I can sink these about 2 feet into the ground before I cement them. I have some good nails, but I got these little thingy dingies. They're going to, because my question was, how would I secure a 4x4 across the top of 2 other 4x4s? And I knew I didn't want to just drive some screws down into it. That's a lot, those are massive screws to do that. So I got these little things that will sit as a cap on top of one 4x4, and then the other 4x4 will sit across here, and they'll just get nailed in, and it should secure it pretty well. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark my my 2 feet mark on the bottom, and then I'm going to cut the third 4x4 into 36 inches because that will be the bar across the top. Okay? Okay, here I have attached these little post topper metal things. Don't you love my expertise and vocabulary? I've attached them to the top of the 2 longer 8-foot posts, and now I'm going to do the cross beam, and it should be hopefully pretty square. Okay, I've got the cross beam attached, and I did the best I could at making sure that it was squared up by measuring both ends of the long beams to make sure that they're the same width. Now I'm pretty sure the cauldron will fit in the middle. I'm always a little nervous that I've measured wrong, but I think this is pretty good. But first I'm going to attach the welcome sign and then the eye hooks in order to hang the chain. That's what it's called, chain. Okay, I'm about ready to drill some pilot holes in order to put my little eye hooks in that I have laying there on the ground. And I have my wonderful helper, Mary, holding this thing so I can drill it in nice and easily. Okay, my eye hooks and the little hooks attached to the eye hooks are in the wood, and then I'll lay down, attach the welcome sign, and I should be good for now. All right, there we go. Right now it's standing really tall, but remember it's going to go 2 feet into the ground where I have it marked there. You can see it on that pole, and then we'll be able to hang the cauldron. The last thing that I did for today, because it is raining and we're not going to be able to finish this today, but I added this cross beam here. I placed it right above the marking where I have to put it into the ground, the 2 feet. And my idea of this, what do you think, Aggie? Yeah. My idea of this is to, anyway, we can keep it kind of square as it goes down into the ground. And once it's in and set, I can easily remove that crossbeam, just so that we have it square. Here's the finished project of our welcome sign. I threw in a couple daffodils at the bottom, and hopefully the flowers in the cauldron will grow up nice and neat. So very simple, kind of rustic is what I was kind of shooting for, so that as people drive into the driveway, they'll have a little welcome to the Happy Place Homestead.